Finally, we learned that Pokemon Sun and Moon features something called the Island Challenge, which seems to replace the Pokémon League, and gyms appear to be replaced by Island Challenge Trials. There appear to be more than 8 trials, and the trials include lots of different tasks beyond just battling. And then once you've beaten all the trials in one of Alola's islands, you battle an Island Kahuna, who seems kind of like the equivalent of the gym leader, or maybe an Elite Four member that you just battle partway through the game instead of at the end. And beating a Kahuna is like this big deal, and then you can move on to the next island in the region.
I'm kind of mixed on this because, while the sort of sentiment behind it is really appropriate, I just can't imagine the trials themselves, if they are all task-focused, being fun. Because when Pokemon games have attempted non-battle challenges in the past, it hasn't been very fun. That's just me.
Yeah. I'm hopeful that it will be interesting, and I like the idea that they're changing it up, assuming they are changing it up, of course. We haven't heard anything about gyms or gym leaders or the Pokemon League or anything like that, so I'm assuming that they won't coexist with the Island Challenge. But, yeah, I mean, stuff like, hey, go catch a Spinarak. Challenge completed! Like, come on.
I could see them sort of doing it as a way to untie the sort of gym experience from a physical gym.
Yeah.
Because the way the islands are laid out, it kind of does make sense to have something where you go around the island and do stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Or I would prefer you go around the island and challenge a bunch of people, but whatever.
Yeah, I kind of feel like this will be used sort of just as a way to drive the plot too. Like, maybe some of the trials you undergo will introduce you to, you know, different parts of the island that you couldn't get to previously, or unravel little bits of plot here and there. So I don't know if it'll really feel like a replacement to the gym experience as much as it is just sort of a new way to experience the region.
Right.
But one thing I really do like about this is I think it sort of thematically draws from the Orange Island episodes of the anime.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah.
There was actually, I used to be pretty active in Pokemon hacking communities back in the day, and, you know, a lot of the popular hacks would replace gyms with various missions or story things or whatever, and someone actually did make a, I don't think it was ever completed, but a pretty close to complete hack of, like, Sapphire or something like that, and made it into the Orange Islands, and they had, like, you know, island trials and stuff. You actually had to do all of the stuff that Ash did in the anime, you actually had to do in the game. You had to, like, race on a Lapras and stuff like that. I don't know if this will get that in depth, but I think it would be pretty cool if they kind of took that direction and borrowed heavily from that anime storyline.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems like they are kind of switching elements between the anime and games and stuff a little bit this generation, so I wouldn't be too surprised. Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.